Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this cute and simple to make topiary. I think this would look beautiful on a fireplace mantle or maybe a buffet or maybe as a centerpiece at the Christmas table. If you stay till the end of this video, I'll show you other examples of Christmas decorations I've done with this same technique. To make this project, you'll need some white ribbon. This ribbon measures 2.5 inches or 5 centimeters. Optional would be some thinner ribbon for making bows or decorating your pot. You'll need a styrofoam ball. This one is 4 inches, 10 centimeters, or even bigger than that. You choose the size you want. You'll need a sharp stick like a pencil or a knitting needle. You'll need some ordinary white school glue. You'll need a pot, and if you want to paint your pot, of course you'll need some acrylic paint, and if you want to add some glitter, then some glitter and some glaze. You'll need a little bowl to put your glue inside. You'll need scissors to cut the ribbon, and you'll need some kind of stick like a branch. It can be a bamboo stick, it can be a dowel that you buy at the craft store, or if you can't find any of these, it can even be a wooden spoon. And to hold your stick in place, you'll need some kind of foam. I'm using floral foam, but if you can't find this, you can use sand or rocks, anything heavy that can hold your stick in place. I'm also using some moss, but you don't need to use moss. You can use anything you want to fill your pot with. And I forgot also a brush to paint and glaze your pot. Okay, so let's get started. Now my ribbon has some wire in it, and I don't want to work with this wire because it'll be a little bit annoying. So this is the first thing I'll do, is remove this wire. So I'm cutting a big piece of ribbon and just removing that wire right away before I start cutting. And now you can cut your ribbon into squares. You don't have to use ribbon, you can use fabric as well. But I'm using ribbon because it's just faster this way, because it's already the right measurement for me. So I finished cutting a whole bunch of these square shaped pieces, and what you need to do now is wrap your square around the point of your pencil, dip it a little bit into some glue, and just stick it inside the ball, and just keep doing that all around the ball. Just stick it in. So you just do that. Just keep poking your little square pieces and poke them kind of close together, but not too tightly, because you'll be breaking off your styrofoam ball. So that's why it's important to put some glue in there to hold everything in place. So I'm done poking my little pieces of ribbon into the styrofoam ball, and I've left a small space here to insert the branch later on. Also, I wanted to warn you, the ribbon that I chose tends to fray, so it leaves all these little threads that I'm gonna have to cut later on. So if you can avoid buying some ribbon that frays, that would be the best thing to do, because it's going to take a little while to remove all of these. I might put a little bit of clear nail polish on the ends just to make sure it doesn't fray even more than it does right now. So now that the ball is done, I'm going to move on to my flower pot. So as you can see, I've already painted it green, and before it dried completely, I just gently put a little bit of white over the green so it looks a little bit used. But I would also like to make it a little bit more shiny and add some glitter. So to do that, I'm going to pour a little bit of glaze and add some white glitter and mix it up. So by doing this, I can add a little bit of shine to the pot without the pot being overly glittery. So now I can just go ahead and glaze the pot. So my flower pot is dry now, and you see how it shimmers in the light. I really like this look because it's not too sparkly, but just enough. Now it's time to decorate and embellish this pot. I originally planned just to put a red ribbon around it and keep it simple, but now I've changed my mind. I've decided to glue some buttons and some red cotton thread. But you can decorate your flower pot any way you want. So I'm just going to glue the buttons around the edge. Okay, now that I've glued the buttons on, I'm just going to go ahead and use what's left of my glaze with the glitter on. I'm just going to wipe off the glue strands because I don't want that on my pot. Okay, so now I'm just going to put some more glaze all around the pot. And now I'm just going to wrap the thread around it in a crisscross fashion and miscellaneously. The glaze is going to help hold it in place. And cut that. And now I can just put a little bit more glaze over the thread just to secure it in place. And I like this look because it makes it a little bit country. So it makes it a little bit rustic looking. And now you just let it dry. So now everything's dry and ready to assemble. Here's what the pot finally looks like. And I also fixed my problem with the fraying ribbon just by gently spreading all over the ribbon some of the leftover glaze. So it turned out pretty good, and I think it works better than if I would have used clear nail polish. So I just spread it around, let it dry, and then I just cut the fraying pieces off the little threads that were coming out, and I think it turned out pretty good. So to start assembling this topiary, you'll need to cut a square piece of this foam and fit it inside the pot. If you can't find any of this kind of foam, you can use a styrofoam ball, put it inside, or you can also use you know, styrofoams from electrical packaging. You can just cut off a piece of that and put it in there. So I've already cut a piece here, and I'm just gonna put it inside. I've already poked a hole with the stick, and now I'm gonna find the space that I left that has no ribbon. And you don't need glue, you just need to poke it in. Okay, now you poke it inside the foam, and now you take some moss and you cover everything up. Just fill in the gaps and hide that floral foam that you just put in there. I'm using floral moss because I wanted to keep it a little bit rustic. But you can use little rocks, ribbons, tinsel, whatever you're in the mood for. So if you see it's a little bit loose like that, you can just fill in, put something in there to fill the hole a little bit, like newspaper or something, just to keep it sturdier. And now to finish off this topiary, I'm just going to tie a ribbon around it. So here's my topiary all finished and decorated. I also wanted to show you something else that I did with the same technique, and it's this small little topiary. And the reason I did it like this is because I accidentally noticed that I was missing some of this ribbon, so I could only go halfway. But it turns out it doesn't bother me, because I found out that if I put it in a pot like this, it looks pretty cute. And I just put a little ribbon and a little rhinestone. You can also do a Christmas ornament with the same technique. So all you need to do is put the ribbons all around the ball, and then you just poke a hole and glue some ribbon to hang it from, and just tie a bow around the ribbon, and you can make beautiful Christmas ornaments around your Christmas tree or hanging from an archway. So I hope you enjoyed these Christmas projects. They're very simple to do and they have a big impact. So if you do make them, please send me pictures on my Facebook page. I enjoy looking at them every time, and I love to see how creative you guys are when you put your special twist into the designs. So send me pictures, enjoy crafting, and Merry Christmas!